Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to FemmeTarot. I'm Natalie, your international psychic medium, and over here we don't do fluff, we cut straight to the truth. How is everybody doing this beautiful Sunday? I hope everyone's doing well and you had a beautiful, amazing week. And if not, well, I hope you have a better week, the one that's coming up, the upcoming week. All right, I have to say, today we're just going to focus on Freddie Mercury. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. I've always loved his music. Bohemian Rhapsody is one of those songs that I play on a loop. Ever since my kids were like little, we would always blast it in the car, like blast it on in the car, and we would sing and all the good stuff because generally his music, Queen and Freddie Mercury, his music really speaks to my heart, really. And since last week, I've wanted to do this reading. So since last Sunday, because I don't know, it was even before the news came out about his alleged daughter, and we'll get into all of this in a few minutes as we're waiting for people to enter the chat, and as we're going to say hello to our beautiful Femme village, the Femme. Yeah, and even before the news came out about Freddie having an alleged daughter who recently passed actually from cancer, I was feeling his energy all around me, his essence. I don't know. I didn't know why, but now I know. Okay, this was because his daughter passed. And needless to say that I've been singing like Queen songs and Freddie Mercury songs all weekend. Okay, I've been singing it while just before I started meditating. I was like, "Don't stop me now." Do you know what I mean? All all weekend this has been going on. So I feel I'm connected to his essence. I'm not sure if he's going to come through. We'll see. Okay, I meditated beforehand. I did ask for my guides to help me connect with him, and who knows, he may come forward, he may not. We'll see. But there's a lot around this. So I saw a little bit online. It was a busy weekend, so I didn't spend much time online, but I did see a couple of videos where I read the comments, and people are angry. People don't believe that Freddie has a secret daughter. A lot of people are like, this is BS. Where's the evidence? Why did it take her so long? 48 years. Mind you, she was battling cancer for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Okay. So we will look into all of this. And of course, as always, I'm going to take your questions because as I see here in the chat, we do have fans of Freddie Mercury in the chat. So I would love to receive your questions, answer your questions as best as I can, and anything that you may want to add about Freddie Mercury, you're very, very welcome. So this is Lily. She says, I totally adore you guys. Friday, I went on a members live. Okay. And if you're not a member yet and you want to be part of like a more intimate, let's say, hangout where I give out free readings to the chat, to the members, and we have a great time. For instance, on Friday, my son, my 11-year-old Leon, just popped in to say hello to everybody. He was so excited. He wouldn't stop like talking and moving. It was adorable and cute. So, and the reason why I bring this up was I was literally glitching. I was just like stumbling over my words. It was just, I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe it's tiredness. Maybe it's the energies. Maybe I've been working too hard. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's perimenopause. I don't know. So I hope I'm not going to glitch today as I did on Friday. So back to what I was saying. I would love to hear any tidbits, anything that for the fans, the Freddie Mercury fans out there that want to share with us. We would love to hear. So Lily says, I totally adore Freddie Mercury. Freddie's sister lives in Nottinghamshire, where very close to where I live. Strange how the daughter has all of a sudden passed away after giving all the diaries to the author, Leslie Ann Jones. That's what I thought. I thought that a lot of like the big Freddie Mercury fans would have an issue with that, with a secret daughter. So we'll look into things. We'll look into things. Of course, I will not connect to his daughter. She recently passed. We, as you know, I and other okay, ethical mediums would never try to connect to a soul or a person that's just passed on. They need time. They need time, and it's up to them to decide if they want to connect to mediums, when that will happen, how that will happen, etc., etc. So I'm not going to even try with BB. BB is his alleged secret daughter's name, let's say, or nickname. By the way, while I was meditating, and then we'll get to the chat and say quick hello to everybody. While I was meditating, I did get the name Beatrice. So I don't know if that's her name I was picking up, like her birth name, Beatrice, but I'm just putting it out there. Happy Sunday to you too. Luna's mom's Tracy. I'm going to call you Luna, even though your name is Tracy, because it makes it easier because of the handle when I read the chat. Happy Sunday to you too, beautiful Allison. Calimera, angel up above. I think that may be Tina. That is my friend Tina. I hope. I think. I don't know. Maybe it is. Tina is my friend, the healer who does the white time angel therapy. And if you don't know what that means, I posted a video of an interview with Tina a few weeks ago, a month ago. It's been a month? Oh my God, it's been a month. All right, so he was a king and queen of our hearts, 100%. He was also a Virgo. He was a Virgo with a Sag rising and Leo moon. Are we surprised? I was not surprised at all when I saw his chart. If, of course, it is factual, meaning that a lot of times, as you know, celebrities will not reveal their actual birthdays. Some celebrities don't. Or the actual time or the actual place of birth. And they do this on purpose because they don't want people prying in on their charts, etc. So if this is, the Virgo tracks. To me, it tracks. And the Leo moon tracks. Now, the Sag rising, I guess so. I need to read him. And then I'll be able to see if his chart tracks. Right? Yeah, it is. Hello, Kalispera to Vasiliki. It's written in Greek letters for those of you who may not be aware of this. Happy Sunday to you too. Let's see. Annabelle says, I'm a real fandango of Freddie. See, we've got a lot of Freddie fans here. Love his. I agree. I just got goosebumps, Cynthia. I just got goosebumps when he said love his music and love his voice and music. Just went cold. So talented, gone too soon, unfortunately, but he also went at a time when AIDS was rampant. Most people didn't know exactly how the virus was transmitted or passed on. Freddie died in 1991, even though I was a child. I was very, very little. I do remember that because around my home, in my family, we were all, and my mom too, big Queen / Freddie Mercury fans. So I remember that was a big thing back then. Hello to you from beautiful Kansas. I see. Snowy with more snow to come here in Connecticut. Oh, Lord, it's quite cold here in Athens too. And they said that they're expecting snow on Tuesday, I believe. Well, that's what they said last week. And people were disappointed. There's this thing here in Greece, you guys, where you have these meteorologists, and they're like fighting, and because like it's almost like who's gonna come out with like the big weather news. And when I mean weather news, they're fighting about like when we have like these extreme weather conditions happening, such as snow or storms and stuff like that. I'm like, now weather forecasters are fighting. This is a crazy world we live in. We don't care that much. We don't care that much for them to fight. Do you know what I mean? Um, let's see. Oh, Stephanie says, I've been waiting for this reading. So there you go. It's all about timing, everybody. It's all about timing in this life. And as you know, I don't do readings. I have a list of readings actually, but I don't do them unless I feel some kind of connection with spirit or I feel that the time is right. I get some kind of sign to do these readings. So I take my time. I won't put out a reading just for the sake of it, or just for the clicks and views and all that. I mean, those would be great. And speaking of clicks and views, everybody, don't forget to follow me on social media. Of course, I don't know about TikTok. I don't know. I think I may just like close my account on TikTok. It's not working for me. And it's not just me, it's just not working in general. I think they've messed it up. And also don't forget to like this video and do consider to subscribe. If you are new here, you won't regret it because there's so much content that I put out. And of course, every Sunday you'll find us here in the most beautiful community on YouTube. Every Sunday I do go live. So this is our time to hang out and just spend our Sunday mornings, evenings, nights, depending on where you're watching from, because this is an international community and I absolutely love it. Also, before we start and dive in, don't forget, I've joined Substack. I've already put out several articles, very interesting articles. So do consider becoming a subscriber on Substack, on my Substack, and join us over there, because that's where I want to bring sort of the community, because we can start a community there. We can chat. You can ask me anything. We could just create a little hub over there. All right. Since all of this is out of the way, let me see what you guys are saying. So we have a question here. I will mark it and I'll get to it a bit later. Does he think the type of music he made and others like him is going to come back? Good question. I've just marked it. I'll get to that. Freddie Mercury was one of the finest voices ever to come out of the United Kingdom. Ever. Miss him and his stupendous gift. I agree. He was incredibly gifted. And I loved his energy too, I have to say. Happy Sunday to you too, beautiful Karen. Everyone is a Freddie Queen fan. Love it. A few days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, he passed. Well, at least I don't know if she passed 3 or 4 days ago, but 3 or 4 days ago is when her husband made it known to the world that she had passed. Could have been last week, or I don't know, but 3 days ago is when we found out, when it was announced. Thank you, beautiful Val, for tech checking. Let's see. Light missions in the house. Hello to you too. We have one more question from Allison. Is Freddie surrounded by cats in the spirit world, like just he was here on Earth? Good question. I'm marking these questions because I want to start by connecting, first of all, and pulling some cards and see what is coming through. I have given him, and I am giving him his space to come through if he wants to. I will not pressure him or my guides to bring him forward. But I do feel that he's kind of like in the wings, kind of like observing, because I do feel his energy around me. As I said, I've been feeling his energy all around me all weekend. That's why I decided this morning was when I said, okay, I'm going to do this today, because I felt him. And especially yesterday. And I said yesterday, if I wake up today, Sunday, and I still feel Freddie's energy around me, I'm going to do this video. And I did. So here we are. Freddie only told Montserrat, he wrote Barcelona with, that he had a secret daughter. Not even his sister knew. Totally secretive. Not even the love, what they call his love, or he called the love of his life, which was Mary Austin. But I wouldn't call her a love of his life. I would call them, Freddie and Mary, right? Yeah. And yeah, Mary. I was just like, what? Sorry. I would say that Freddie and Mary were soulmates. Okay, they were soulmates. They reincarnated in this world at the time that they did, and they were here to help each other. And mainly, Mary was here to really support his role in this lifetime, which was a musical legend, an icon. And not even she knew about it because she denied it. She absolutely denied it. And what she actually did was when she found out that Leslie Ann Jones was writing this book, she actually sent out her lawyers to actually try to stop Leslie from writing the book and publishing the book. And they were unsuccessful. And now the book has been published. The book is called, hold on, Love, Freddie, and they haven't sued. Mary Austin's lawyers haven't sued, which is always a sign that maybe there's a big element of truth in that. We'll look into it. Val's like, come on, Freddie, you're not shy. He's not shy whatsoever, but maybe also he's respectful to his daughter or alleged daughter. Okay, because she recently passed. I do have to say that when I was meditating just before I came on, with the intention to connect to him and see what else I was getting, I did see them together. And let me just come out and say it. I do believe this is true. Me as Natalie, okay, without me reading into it, without me, and we're doing this live, we're going to look into it. I may be wrong, but I feel that this is true. I really do, because I saw them together. Why would I see them together in the spirit world if this isn't true and she's some kind of a grifter or whatever? And also, Leslie Ann Jones is a very good biographer, and she does do her due diligence and her research. Okay, she wouldn't risk her career with something like this. And I understand it's a hard pill to swallow for some people and fans, and especially because we all know that he was gay slash bi. All right. So people have a hard time understanding that. But if he was bi, I mean, he had a relationship with women. Mary was one of them. So there's not, it doesn't make it impossible for him to have fathered a child or two. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why not? Why not? And by the way, gay men can father kids even if they're just like, they're not attracted to women. They could do it naturally. They could do it other ways. It doesn't matter. I think it's just like people who are a little bit stuck in that ideology. Maybe I'm just saying, I don't know. Or because they love Freddie so much, it's such a shock to their system, accepting something like that. We will find out. We will find out together, as always. Is Freddie excited by the direction of the band, new singer? I will note these because I need to connect first before I get to these questions. All right, I'm highlighting your questions. Okay, I've got 5 questions already in the queue. And okay, let's do this then, because I see everyone's excited. Everyone is really looking forward to this. All right, okay. I do feel him, but he's not approaching. Okay, I have to say. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can. Otherwise, I'm just gonna give him some space and we'll see. I'll use the cards. I'm getting the name. I got the name Beatrice before, and now I'm getting the name John. Okay. Who is John? I feel this John name I'm getting could be connected to the best friend. So Freddie fathered this alleged daughter with the wife of one of his best friends at the time. So, and this was back in 1975, 1976. This could be the name of his best friend, John, that's coming through. I don't know, but I just heard it loud and clear. So, just wanted to share with everyone. She was born in March. She was born in the month of March. She's either an Aries or a Pisces. I feel she's a Pisces. All right. So let me just tell you this. For those who doubted, because I saw this in comments under these 2 videos that I saw online, people doubted that they say that it was totally like out of character for Freddie to keep journals and write in journals and write about his life. I disagree. Okay. I disagree as a psychic because what I just got is I just saw him writing. Writing was his thing. And actually, he was he was a very good writer. He could have become an author if he wanted to. He's that good. He's very good. His writing sounds very poetic. He also, I'm getting that he also wrote poems in those journals. And a lot of lyrics that he wrote for his music was taken from his journals, from these entries, journal entries. So I just gotta say, no. There are a lot of things that he did put down in those journals. I'm also getting, which this again tracks because he was a Virgo. I am getting that even though he was very warm as a person and very open and friendly, he wasn't someone who would put up a wall or be too not condescending, but too, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like too unbothered, let's just say, too unbothered about fans or people who would talk to him or anyone in general. He was actually he was friendly. He was open. He was open to talking to people. And, he wasn't one of these like stars that were like, I'm too big of a star. Don't talk to me. This is not what I'm getting. But he was very private. He would open up to people, even people that he knew for a very long time, about his own personal life. I keep getting his mom coming through, like her energy, I mean. Um he was very close to his mom and very protective over his mom. His mom was everything. She was his inspiration. She was actually the one, I would say, that shaped who Freddie Mercury actually become. It was her love, the way she raised him. It was her origins as well. I believe she was Indian. Her spiritual beliefs. He was actually quite spiritual. I don't know if people know this. I myself didn't know this until now. Yeah, there's a lot of truths that he put down on these journals. And yes, he did handed them over to his alleged, I'm going to say alleged, okay, for legal purposes. Because he trusted her, and he trusted that she would use these journals in the best possible way, that in a way that she found that it was good for his reputation. It wouldn't What I'm trying to say is, like, he knew that one day, intuitively, one day the truth would come out. Okay. He knew that the truth would come out, and he wanted to give these journals, not just about her, generally the truth about his life, about his struggles as well. And he knew that by giving this to his daughter, that he gave her the power to decide if and when she would come out in public and reveal this big secret about him and her. So he gave her that power. And she decided when she got sick from cancer that she didn't owe it to the world, but in some respects, Freddie did it. Freddie did owe it to the world, and for them to know. I want to say this, how sad it is that we find out. By the way, a few months ago, if you remember, that was circulating. There was a leak about the secret daughter. It was going around. This was, I think, back in September, October, when I did hear and read about it. But what is so sad is that the world didn't get, and I get it. She was private. She had little children. She wanted to protect her family from the hysteria, I guess, that this would cause. But it's a shame because for people who really, really loved Freddie Mercury, it would have been nice to have met his daughter before she passed. It would have been nice, I think it would have been like a sweet little closure and it to this. Um, but unfortunately, it happened the way it happened, and things happen for a reason, the way that they do. Oh yeah, how to build the excitement. Absolutely. Hi Ness, thanks for stopping by, girl. Have a good Sunday, and I hope your errands go well. I can't. We've got sales here, and it's just like, just avoid the malls and the shops as much as I can, because I can't. It's like Christmas. We don't mind if Freddie needs space right now since he's reunited spirit. Yeah. Listen, he's not gone, but let's see. I'm just giving him the space. John Deacon has children. None have passed over. Who's John? Remind me, who's John Deacon? I got the name John Deacon. Is this close friend to Freddie? All right, hold on now. Let me see. Let me see about her. What I can get about her, BB. You guys, in my opinion, she absolutely is his daughter. 100%, in my opinion, based off of my psychic abilities and what I'm getting from spirit, from herself, because they're together, and I very faintly see her and feel her, very faintly. I'm not bringing forward. I want her to rest. There's an adjustment period over there. I don't, but I know they're together, and I'm picking her energy through him. And yes, they are 100, in my opinion, 100% related. Okay, and this is his daughter, and I am touched because I can see their smile. She actually even has, okay, I heard something else from two things from spirit. Let me just say what I was about to say. She actually has his mouth, like his teeth and his mouth. Like if you saw her and you suspected, or you knew that she's somehow connected to him, you would say that she's his daughter, because of very distinct. He had very distinctive mouth and teeth, and yep, she had his mouth. Let me just say that. Now, the other thing that my guides are saying. Let me hear what they're saying. Hold on. They did see each other. They did see each other. I believe Freddie passed when she was like 14, 15. She was quite young. Like she was a teenager, and they would see each other. They would see each other. Not as often, but they spoke. There are letters. There are letters. There are pictures. He shared with her like his tours, where he went. He would send her like pictures and things from his tour, like memorabilia and stuff like that from his tours. She, BB, I don't know what her husband is gonna do, what he will decide to do in the future. The kids are little, so I guess he will wait until he comes out and proves to the world about the fact that she's his daughter. But there's a lot of evidence. There's a lot, not just DNA. I just heard that there was a DNA, or there is DNA that proves it. It's not made public. It won't be made public, not for a while, not for a few more years. But there's a lot of evidence that just solidifies this as true. So yeah. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Interesting. So, okay, let's do some digging. So, who was he married to? Did they have children? Do you know anything about John Deacon and his wife? Oh, someone said he had 6 kids? Where did I see that? Hold on. Oh, I just saw that. Yeah, the mouth. The mouth. Um It's fine. It's fine. You can believe whatever you want. I'm not here to convince you otherwise. I'm a psychic medium. I'm just telling you what I'm getting from spirit and from the energy that I read. So you are so welcome to think anything that you want, and it's fine. That's why we're here. We don't need to agree about everything all the time. It would be so boring. And we wouldn't learn from each other if we did. Oh, okay. Thank you everyone for filling me in. Okay. And wrote, yes, I read that. Oh, that means Freddie has oh, true. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. All right. Let's do something else. I'll ask the cards and let's see what the cards show us. Okay, I'll ask the cards. Is BB his daughter? I will use an open-ended question. I won't use that. The question is going to be, how is BB related to Freddie Mercury? Okay, this is the question. How is this BB woman related to Freddie Mercury? Okay, 2 cards jumped out. I'm going to pull 2 cards. I'll show you everything. 1 second. Okay, I'll show you the jumper cards first. King of Wands. King of Wands is someone who has power, okay? Someone who people look up to, someone who has a lot of influence as well, fiery. Freddie did have Sag rising as well, and Leo moon, so he was fiery. We know that from his energy. He was very fiery. All right, 3 of Swords. I got 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is heartbreak, disappointment. This could also mean 3 people involved and 3 relationships maybe being affected by this. All right, here you go. I pulled 1 more card because I heard my cards. So these were the jumper cards. Let me just show you without interpreting the cards. I'm just going to show them to you. Okay, and then you make up your mind here. I have the 4 of Wands. The question was, how is BB related to Freddie Mercury. You can't see it there. Four of Wands. I'm not telling you the meaning of the cards. Most of you know. You've learned by now the meanings of the cards. Okay, this was the second card. Nine of Wands. Now, I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to say what it means. And the Empress. I'm giving you a minute to think about the cards. Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, the Empress. Okay. And the two jumper cards are usually, it may not always be related to the question that you ask, but it's usually pay attention to this because we need to tell you something regarding what you're asking. It may not answer the question, but it is regarding what you're asking. And I had the King of Wands and the Three of Swords. So now I will share with you how I interpret these cards, how these cards actually answer the question. How are they related? Four of Wands, this is a celebration. This is a connection. This is together we can do this. We are a team. We're celebrating. Sometimes this could be like the marriage card too, or a celebration, or a birthday celebration. Nine of Wands is also, it's secrets, but it's not so secrets, not secretive in the way that like a Seven of Swords, because Seven of Swords is also secrets, but it's like it's like sneaky behavior. You're keeping secrets and you're being shady and or someone's lying, okay? And because their intentions are bad, they keep secrets. This is more so I'm protecting my home. Look at the card. Okay, he has the wands and he's protecting a door, a house. I'm protecting my secret, my home, my family. All right. And the Empress is the mom card. It's mom. It's Mother Earth. It's mom. It's someone who takes on the role of mom. It is someone who's very nurturing. I'm going to pull one more. Here's the Seven of Swords. Just speaking of Seven of Swords, I just pulled it. The cards agree. Seven of Swords means I'm hiding something. I'm hiding something on purpose because I don't want people to know this, because I want to protect someone or something or a situation. This is what this means. And I asked, how are they related? Like, what's going on here? And this is what I'm getting. You guys, this is my thoughts, my beliefs. I believe it. I totally believe that he had a daughter and now two grandchildren on this earth. So therefore his DNA is still, who knows? Maybe his kids, one of his, not kids, grandkids inherited his talent. Who knows? It would be nice to know. But this is what I'm getting. And I know that you guys, some of you did not like this, and that's why I see people are leaving this chat or this live. It's fine. You guys, the truth is the truth. Okay? And it's not just about the truth. It's just like, if people cannot accept what other people are saying, or they're so stuck in their own beliefs and ways, and they cannot open up to something new, well then, sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. It's not on me, it's on you. So just saying. But this is what I'm getting here. Let me see. Let's see what, through your questions, what we get. Does he think the type of music he made and others like him is going to come back? No. No, unfortunately, I just got goosebumps when I said no. I've been touched by spirit. No, this type of music is not gonna have a comeback, or we're not gonna see other like Queen type of bands or Freddie Mercury's, because music is changing. The landscape, generally, the landscape is changing in the music industry. Music has become more. Uh, it's become more reliant on, of course, technology, AI, et cetera, et cetera. Um, the younger generation listens to a very different type of music, but the good news is, from what I'm hearing and I'm sensing, and it's also my opinion, and I agree with Spirit. That's what I'm trying to say here, is that actually doesn't matter if it actually gives even more value to these bands and to these musicians and artists, especially 70, you guys, 70s. I love like rock music of the 70s. My favorite time for rock music, 70s and early 80s. 80s for me was the best decade regarding like for the collective, and it was just like a big collective party. Everyone was making money, everyone was spending money, everyone was having fun. We didn't have the interference of AI, electronics, social media. People were living life out there with other people. So I always find like the music of the 80s and overall the vibe, even the fashion, the big shoulder pads, the big polka dot shirts and big hair and all of that. I truly believe that that was the vibration was so much higher, so much higher. Even all of the music was so much more positive, much more high vibrating than the music. Well, 90s, we went through the emo stage of grunge. Don't get me wrong, I liked grunge back in the 90s when I was at school. But the music has evolved, has changed, has completely changed. So to answer your question, no, I don't believe, and from what I heard, that this type of music is going to continue being made. All right. So hold on. Is Freddie excited? Oh, sorry. Is Freddie surrounded by cats? I was reading the next question. Is Freddie surrounded by cats in the spirit world, that just like he was here on Earth? Yes. He had a favorite cat. Um, so I'm being shown a cat, which looks a bit, I think this cat had very distinctive. So this is an orange cat, but the cat had very distinctive markings on its face, and it looked a little bit like very small eyes. Like I don't know if there was some kind of genetic issue with the cat, or there's like it was, let's say, a special cat. Well, that cat is with him, and I believe this is a cat that he was very attached to from early on, before even he became Freddie Mercury. So yes, and always, just so you know, if you are very connected to animals in on Earth, in this world, then usually when you transition over to the spirit world, you're surrounded by animals. Is Freddie excited by the direction of the band, new singer, and bringing it back? When I read the question earlier on, when I was marking the questions, I wanted to say, no, 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 he wasn't. He's not. He's not. I don't think so. I love Freddie, but he did have an ego. Hmm? Just say, with that Leo moon, he had an ego. No, I don't feel that there's any excitement by the direction of band or anything. He didn't even like the movie. The movie that came out like, when was it? 3 years ago. It was nominated, wasn't it? There was a movie out. I don't know if this was like a TV movie, like for some kind of like network, or I don't know. I just heard he didn't like the movie. Generally, he had an issue, or he has an issue with the way he's depicted, whether it's movies, series, mockumentary, whatever, he doesn't. I want to say this as well, which is coming through. Freddie, he seemed very confident because his energy, he was very open, etc. But he had insecurities about his looks. He did. He was quite insecure about his looks. He was very self-aware, and maybe that's the reason why he's not loving when there are like new movies, new bands, like even cover bands. It's like he doesn't like stuff like even cover bands. He's not a big fan. Of course, it keeps like his music and his essence alive, but I don't know why, but I'm getting he's not he doesn't like it. So I cannot explain why. Um Luna's mom Tracy says the neon. I know the neon. Remember? And the big hoops, the big neon hoops as well. Remember that? And the blue eyeshadow. I mean, there was just like, it was like literally you just like took that. Remember that little, like, I don't know what the word is, the little brushy thing that you had in this small like palettes that you would use it to make like one single like stripe of like blue eyeshadow. And makeup was so much easier back then, really red cheeks, blue eyeshadow. But it was a great time, I have to say. I was an infant in the 80s. I was a baby, but like I remember like my mom, and I remember all her friends and all the parties and you know me, I love Dynasty. I'm a big Dynasty fan. So yeah. I watched it, was good. I think he didn't like his teeth. It was a big issue for the actor to use fake teeth. Yeah, it wasn't just the teeth. It wasn't just the teeth. I feel like he was very self-conscious and he was self-aware how people would see him, but he was also very self-conscious about his looks, not just his teeth, generally, even his body. Like he wasn't always like, he was very self-conscious about his body as well. Yeah, and the big hair. Oh my god, the big hair. Next question. Okay, this is from Val. What did Freddie think of the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? Did he approve? Oh, I just answered it. No. No. Again, I haven't watched the movie, by the way. Because I'm not like, I don't know. Rami Malek is as Freddie Mercury. I don't know. I wasn't too into that. I wasn't too into that. So I never watched the movie, but um I a lot of people said they loved it. It was really good. I don't know, but Freddie didn't. Okay? Freddie did not. And he didn't like Malik either. I believe I said this years ago when the movie first came out. I think I was with the Campire and we were talking about it, and he actually asked me, he's like, what do you think, or what does Freddie think about the movie? And I said, and I remember I said it back then, it's in one of the videos from years ago. I remember I was getting the feeling like, no, he didn't. Okay, so I've just answered this question pretty much. Will he reincarnate? JR asks. Yes. Yes, he's planning to, not yet. He's absolutely planning to. I'm asking, is he coming back as an entertainer or a singer? Is he going to continue on where he left off? He says he's not going to tell me. I cannot receive this information right now. Why? Are you getting ready? What's going on? Ooh, he just touched my head. He just touched my head, you guys. He just played with my head. He's not gonna give me that. And In a few years, though, the only thing that he can say is like in a few years he will be back on Earth. He'll be back on Earth, but he's not going to reveal. My feeling, he might come back as someone famous. Mm, Why wouldn't he tell me otherwise? I'm just saying, but I respect that. But or maybe he doesn't know, or maybe the elders don't want him to reveal that. But he is coming back in a few years' time. We have to apologize to everyone after. Yes. Totally. I think he's a great actor, but it felt a little bit like a parody of him. Maybe I haven't watched this. I cannot. I don't know what to say to that. Maybe, but Freddie didn't like it. So the 24th in 1991. You mean did he? Are you asking if he's actually dead or he did pass? Um, Yeah, he did pass because I feel him in the spirit world. I'm not channeling him, but I feel him like in the periphery. He's there. Will he work on the cure for well, if you haven't watched my 2026 predictions, the video that I made before Christmas, I believe, you will know, you would have heard that I believe that a big breakthrough is coming. Yes, right now we have blockers. Listen, they've done leaps and bounds regarding HIV. So HIV carriers can have a normal life. They take blockers and various medication. They can suppress it and they don't pass it on to their partners, et cetera, et cetera. But in 2026, my guide's spirit told me that there's going to be a big breakthrough when it comes to those who have AIDS already, because if HIV turns into AIDS, it's incurable. Unfortunately, there's not now. What I got was there's going to be a big breakthrough for this, and that eventually, what I got was eventually people will not die of AIDS, so they'll be able to block it. Cure is coming, but this is not what I saw for 2026. It's not going to be like a cure, but it's more so going to be a stopping it from developing or spreading, and just maintaining the virus or suppressing the virus in such a way where like AIDS doesn't kill people anymore. So this is huge, huge. Um and he's excited about that too, I'm sure. I'm saying I'm sure. I don't know. Okay, everyone's saying the same thing here. Yeah. That it feels off. Wasn't it nominated for Oscars, or wasn't he nominated for an Oscar? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I think it was. Did he pass away that day? 24th of November. 21st. I got 21st. As soon as I asked the question, 21st of November is what I got. So does that mean he passed on the 21st and they announced it later? I don't know why, but why? But why would they keep it a secret? I just heard the 21st though. They kept his body around. Also, I saw that people flew in. They also were waiting for people to fly in to come and see him before he was taken away by the coroner, just to prepare him for his funeral and all that. So they did keep him. I also see there was some kind of like they did some kind of ritual with his body. So this could be because of his Indian origins as well. Because I see flowers, and generally he loved flowers. I forgot to mention this before, because when I was meditating, I kept smelling and seeing flowers all around me, and I was feeling that he loves like flowers. They brighten his day. He loved giving flowers, and receiving flowers. And I believe that was his thing. I believe that he would send flowers to the people he loved or people he worked with. This was his thing. Um, and I get 21st and I see 3 more days. I believe 24th is the day where they did come out in public. It was the day where they actually took him away from where they held him, where they had him, where people would come in and say their goodbyes. So I didn't even know that. It just, wow. See, that's why you guys, you ask really smart and great questions. And with those questions, we can get some info and some stuff that probably is not even out there. Or maybe there are speculations out there. And these questions just help us figure out the truth, if you will. Thank you, Carrie, for reminding. Yes, please hit the like button as you enter or as you leave as well. GR says, I believe, me too. I believe it was nominated back then. Yes, it is huge, and I'm excited. I'm excited. You can go and watch it on that video. It's the 2026 World Events predictions as well. I mentioned it in there. Also with MS, we're going to have big news. I saw this in my predictions in 2023. You have to always remember that when I receive these downloads and these predictions, if you will, and these visions, I assume that they are for the year, either the year we're in or for the year ahead, right? But sometimes I am shown things that might happen a few years later. MS is another big one that I feel is going to come out this year as well. Big breakthrough for multiple sclerosis, which I'm so excited and happy about. Okay. I do know someone who has MS. It's horrible. One of my mom's best friends died because of MS. It's a horrible disease, I guess, to have. And big breakthrough with that too. What does he believe his greatest accomplishments is? His music, his lyrics. I tell you, he had penmanship. He was very good at writing, very good. Like, forget about the lyrics of his songs. He had, like, once he was in the flow, it was almost like he was channeling through and connecting to a higher entity or spirit. And so to him, it's his music, his lyrics, his movies, anything that he wrote. And that's why I can't wait for whenever the family of BB comes at, like, releases maybe excerpts or parts of those journals. Malik won an Oscar for Bohemian. Oh, he did won the Oscar in the end? Okay. Yeah, I remember it was nominated and he was nominated, but I didn't remember that. Wasn't that the year where, I may be wrong, isn't that the year where we had the Oscar slap? Will Smith and Chris Rock? I don't know. I think it was. Will there be more info proof of his connection with his daughter released to the public? Yes, eventually the husband, the widower of BB will eventually. I believe that she wanted this. She sat with Leslie to write the book. So she was ready for the truth to come out. So the truth will come out, and I believe the DNA test will come out as well. Not I believe, I'm pretty certain. I feel that it's not going to happen this year. It may not happen this year, okay? But it will happen. So yes, I truly believe that the truth with evidence will come to light. That's a good question. JR, you're bringing the questions today. I'm not connecting to him. I'm not channeling him. So I don't know how easy it is for me to get this for you, but I'll try. Because how can I explain this? Usually when I'm channeling someone, it's almost like they override my energy and my auric field, and I feel them, I smell them, I just hear everything that they say, right? And then I'm just like in the zone and I start repeating what I'm getting. When I'm connecting with an energy or with a soul that does not want to be channeled or does not want over, or maybe they're too weak and they cannot do that, what happens is they will connect to my energy, right? So I start like picking up things about them. Okay. But it's still, the connection is not always strong. It's a bit weak. And I have to like put a lot of, I have to keep my vibration super, super, super high, which is also draining for me, in order to give them that opportunity to send me as much of that information, or send me images, or whatever, however they want to work with me, come through. So it's very different, and it's not always clear when I just connect to their energy. When I connect to them and I'm channeling, everything is clear there. Okay. Everything. I'm having conversations with them. Now I cannot have conversations, but let me see what I can do. He's 100% with his daughter. I tell you, they're like together. He's so happy. They, they have the same mouth. If ever pictures are released of BB, come back to this video and comment down below in the comments, because you heard it here first. I can tell you one thing. He wishes, what I got was that he wishes he was alive now, because he says the way things have evolved and have improved for the LGBTQIA community, and how things are a lot more open, and people can get married now and adopt kids and have kids and hire surrogates and all of that. He wishes he was here now, because he would have done things very, very differently. And for those of you who may not like this video or this reading because you don't believe that he has fathered a child, he says that if he was living today, he would have 100% have he would create his own family. He would have, because family was important to him. It was. He loved kids. He wanted kids. He had a kid, and he would have had a lot more. Back then, the music industry was different as well. Sexuality, the coming out and being open about your sexuality and your sexual orientation was not easy. It wasn't. When AIDS came out, that's when people treated gay people like leopards, not leopards, lepers. So he wishes he lived in our times. He says, despite the chaos and the mayhem and the toxicity out there, these are much better times for someone like him. Something else that maybe people are not, I don't know, maybe it's out in the public, I don't know. But what he's telling me and what I'm getting is that he did struggle with his sexuality for many years, many, many years. Many years he struggled with it. He wasn't sure. He was attracted to everything. And I think maybe, you know what? These days, maybe you would call him pansexual, not even bisexual. And that's why he was struggling, because he was like, not gay, not straight, not bi, not this. He was just someone who was actually very spiritual and also connected to people's minds. He was very mental to him. It was physical, but it was also very, very mental to him. So yeah, very different times. Is there any artist, musician from this generation? There are many. There are many. I'll just tell you what I heard, not from him, just what popped in. Kings of Leon, for some reason, the band Kings of Leon. I haven't heard of them or from them or their songs in such a long time, but that's what popped in when I read your question. So I don't know if it's coming from, to be honest, I don't know if that's him saying that or there's a connection with the King of Leon, or I don't know, but I'll that's my answer because that's what just literally popped in. Sacha Baron Cohen was attached to a movie project to play Freddie for 6 years, but the band didn't want a grittier portrayal of Freddie. Thank God. No, 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 no. I don't listen. I loved him as Ali G and all that and Bora, but Freddie Mercury, no, no, no. I don't see it. I don't care. I just don't see energetically as well. Like Sasha's energy. I'm glad they didn't go for it. Um, no, he knew he was dying. He knew he was dying. He actually got pneumonia. He got sick. But I'll tell you something. The official report or the official announcement was that he died of AIDS, obviously, but he got pneumonia because of AIDS, and his body was too weak to fight it. But it wasn't the pneumonia that killed him. I'm getting his heart stopped. He heart attack, acute heart attack. I just get it was his heart that stopped. It wasn't the pneumonia, if you will, that killed him. Obviously, the AIDS. He was very, very frail by the end, but it was his heart that stopped. That's what killed him. And no, he wasn't shocked by his own passing, because from what I'm hearing now is like he had dreams for over a year before his passing, how he would die, how it would happen, who would be on the other side. He was getting visitations. So no, I don't think he wasn't shocked at all. Not just for him, not just for him. So many men and women back then. I mean, it was, it was as recent as like 10, 15 years ago where people would hide their sexuality and their partners in fear of how society and the world would react. So, can you imagine? Can you imagine what people went through 20 years ago, 30 years ago? It's sad. Yeah, it's so sad. Exactly. Elton has got 2 kids. He's living his best life. I mean, yeah, probably. But I don't know when. It could be in 5 years, in 10 years. But now things have changed immensely. And it is the age of Aquarius. So he will come back and he will make some kind of change, or he will help bring some kind of change to the world. This is what I'm getting when he eventually comes back. JR saying beautiful music, Kings of Leon, 100%. But for some reason, maybe there is a connection there with the Kings of Leon, or maybe he fancies the lead singer in Hugh. Who knows? Are his grandchildren like him? I don't know. I don't know. They're really young. I'm not going to connect to children. I don't know that. And I don't want to go looking because these are children. I want to leave them alone. They're mourning their mom. What does he think about what celebrities have to do nowadays to get there? Like the nasty stuff they have to do was the same way before, 100% was way before. Yeah, he's been through it. He's seen a lot as well. He's actually quite disappointed. Actually, I'm getting 2 things I'm picking up, like that overall the entertainment industry is so much better now. Although I personally disagree, but this is what comes from him. He says it's so much better now, maybe because we have CGI and compute and a lot of talent. I don't know why he's saying that, but that's what he said. But he's saying the music industry, though, it's gone. It's slowly dying. Like and it will never die. The music industry will always have music, but it's slowly dying in the way that it's how it's created, like the essence of it, like the energy that these musicians and producers put into it is not the same. He says back then we did it for the love of the music. Now it's for the love of clicks, money, and fame. So And he says that's why we don't have that many. And also rock music. Rock music is just it's it's changing. It's shape shifting rock music. It's not the rock music of the 70s, 80s, which was rock music, even the 60s. So he doesn't like the direction that music is going this year, I mean, now at our times. But he says is it is as it is, like the world's changing. Now we have computers and technology and AI. I'm saying this, the AI that is like interfering with so many things. And but it's how it is. We're evolving. The world is evolving. Things are taking a different they're taking different shapes and directions and stuff. Yes, they're soulmates. So they'll when he reincarnates, she'll come back. They keep doing this. I feel that they've had several past lives together. They're 100% soulmates, and they switch, like they interchange. So in this lifetime, Mary was the guardian, the protector, the mentor, the one who was there to support, uplift, protect Freddie. In a past life, it was Freddie who took on that role for Mary. So yes, he is looking over her. They will meet again when she crosses over. He'll be there waiting for her. The love there, it's genuine, it's true, it's big. They really, really loved each other. Really loved each other. Soulmates. And this is not just erotic or romantic or anything like that. It's beyond that. It feels to me, it feels like a love like you would have. It's a mix of like loving a brother, a best friend, a partner. It's put all of these together, and this is the type of love they had and affection they had for each other. It's beautiful, actually, beautiful. And she did, from what I'm hearing now, she did save his life twice. I don't know what that means. She saved his life twice. Yes, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that she still loves him. She 100% does. They loved each other. I mean, this was genuine. This was complete genuine love. It's not necessarily romantic or sexual, but it was love. And I believe that she was truly shocked about the alleged daughter. She was shocked because she would never consider, or she would never think that Freddie would hide things from her. But Mary, he hid a lot of things from you and they're all in his journals, and not because he was protecting her. He was protecting her. Not even his mom, who he adored his mom, knew everything about his life or him. Okay. That's very Virgo. There are aspects about him that were private, full stop. And maybe that's why Mary has a hard time accepting these news now. And I understand. Me too. If the reading, if Freddie, or in this reading, came out that she's a scammer, this is a big fat lie, she wanted attention and all that, I'd be okay with it, to be honest. Because I went in open. I'm like, yeah, but I felt like this was true. No, Virgo. No, he's Sag rising. She never moved. No, no, she moved on, but she still loves him. You can love someone who's passed on, even though it's been 20, 30 years almost. No, 91, 2001, 11. Yeah, it's been almost 30 years. So she loves it. She just loves him. She has moved on. Love is not necessarily just being in love or being passionate. Does he know if he's coming back? 'Cause he's not going to tell me that. I asked him, he's not going to tell me how or what, but I believe he's going to come back. Again, he's going to be someone prominent, someone who has a big following and has influence. Whether it's going to be a musician or something else, who knows? I'm not receiving that information. But he wants to come in and make a huge difference as well. This is what I'm hearing. So we'll find out, I guess. We'll see. Yeah. 34 years. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know if you have any other questions, you guys, before we wrap it up. Slowly but surely, but just a quick reminder, this is how you become members. You can join here on YouTube to become a member. So once a month, at least once a month, I give out free readings for the members. These are 1-question readings, and we switch things up. Every time, and we make it super fun. Like, for instance, on Friday, what I did was I asked for the members to not reveal their questions to me. I went in blind. I said, we did oracle card readings with messages. I had 3 decks, made everyone choose their deck. Okay. And I said, you ask the question. When I tell you ask the question, don't reveal the question, and I'll answer it. And some people had their minds blown, let me tell you. So it's a fun hangout. It's a fun time. You learn a lot because you receive messages. You can ask me anything. We're nice and relaxed over there. I'm nice and relaxed, meaning I'm not worried that I'm going to get censored or striked by YouTube, because remember, it's behind a paywall. So yeah. You guys, don't forget Wednesday, you guys, it is my birthday. It is my solar return on Wednesday, and I will be doing a live and celebrating and spending it with you guys. I'm going to set up something fun for us. I would love to have you there, the Femme Village, the Femme family, to celebrate my 27th birthday. No, it's not, but let's say it is, okay? Because every year I have 27 candles on my birthday cake. You know this, right? Because 27 was a great time for me and a great age. So please join on Wednesday. I may have some guests. We'll see. I don't know. No promises. We'll see. But no matter what, it's going to be a good time. And thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your beautiful, wonderful questions. And we'll see you in a few days' time, you guys. On Wednesday is the first day of Aquarius as well. So Aqua brothers and sisters, please join me on Wednesday, because we're not only celebrating my solar return, but we're celebrating Aquas in general. Thank you all. Lots of love to all of you. Take care. Have a beautiful week ahead. See you soon. Bye, everybody. Till next time.